Well, it looks like all of us are going to have to go back to rationing. Reports have it that very soon we're going to be experiencing empty shelves and the shortages of all essential goods. In the next couple of weeks, supplies are going to get tighter, and it's only expected to get worse in the months ahead. So here's the rundown. The last shipments of China are arriving in the next few days, and after that, no more are coming at all. And to top it off, other countries have already indicated that they will no longer be sending medical supplies either. It will cancel or postpone all procedures. This in turn is going to fuck up the whole entire equipment and medication procedures, which will in turn affect the most critically ill. This is what's going to force everyone to ration.
I'm a 7th generation farmer here in Ray County. I'm about 30 miles east of Kansas City. I farm corn, soybeans, wheat, and I've done some alfalfa in the past. I don't have alfalfa right now. It's a family farming operation. The whole operation consists of about 5,000 acres. We've seen a steady increase of input prices over the last several years. The margins are getting smaller and smaller.
We really don't know what the prices are going to do. It does depend on how long this conflict keeps going and if ships and containers can start to move through the Straits of Hormuz.
Iran just stranded 1 million tons of fertilizer, and most people have no idea what this means for their wallets. Next hit is coming, and you'll feel it more than rising gas prices. I'm about to break down exactly what is happening and what you can do about it before it's too late.
The grocery prices you are seeing right now are a lie, not because someone is cheating you, but because what you pay today reflects crops planted 6 months ago when fertilizer was still flowing. That is not the case anymore, and you have about 30 days before your grocery bill starts showing you the truth. On March 10th, 2026, Iran formally closed the Strait of Hormuz to vessels associated with the United States and Israel. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow stretch of water between Iran and Oman. 1/5 of the world's oil moves through it every day. You heard about the gas price, $3.84 a gallon and climbing. That part made the news. What did not make the news is the fertilizer. 50% of the world's urea and sulfur exports move through that same strait, not some of it, half of it. Urea and sulfur are not obscure chemicals. They are the primary ingredients in the fertilizer that grows the food you eat. Here is how the chain works. Natural gas gets processed into ammonia. Ammonia becomes urea. Urea goes into the ground before planting season. Without it, farmers plant less. Some plant nothing at all. Natural gas prices are up 34% since the Iran war started on February 28th. The Gulf region, which is now effectively closed, is one of the world's largest fertilizer export corridors. The supply is stranded. And here is the timing problem that most people are completely missing. The United States spring planting season runs April through June. Farmers do not order fertilizer in April. They order it now. They order it in March. The window to get fertilizer in the ground before planting season starts is open right now, and it is closing fast. A farmer in Decatur, Illinois named Rob Schaffer told AgWeb on March 14th that he has been waiting 3 weeks for a urea delivery that was supposed to arrive in late February. His supplier told him 4 to 6 more weeks minimum. He has 400 acres ready to plant. He is not planting, and you can be very sure that he is not alone. The crops most affected are corn, soybeans, and wheat. These are not niche crops. Corn is in your cooking oil, your cereal, your chicken feed, your beef feed, your high fructose corn syrup. Soybeans are in your cooking oil, your tofu, your livestock feed. Wheat is your bread, your pasta, your flour. If fertilizer does not reach these crops in the next 30 days, the fall harvest comes in short. Prices spike in November and December and into 2027. This is not speculation. The mechanism is already running. In 2022, when Russia invaded Ukraine, fertilizer prices spiked 300% in 6 months. Grocery prices followed 4 to 6 months later. The Fertilizer Institute, the industry's own trade group, not a conspiracy website, confirmed the supply chain damage at the time. We are watching the same sequence start again, except this time the Strait of Hormuz is closed on top of the existing pressure. The Fertilizer Institute has confirmed that 50% of global urea and sulfur exports move through the strait. Diesel prices have hit $5.04 per gallon, ciphering what's the highest since 2022. Crude is trading near $109 per barrel. Every one of those numbers feeds into what a bag of fertilizer costs and whether it arrives at all. By June, the USDA will start revising yield estimates downward. By August, you will start seeing it at the store. Not everywhere at once. Cooking oil first, then flour, then cereal and canned goods, then meat a few months after that, when the feed cost increases work through the livestock cycle. The 30 days that matter most for your grocery bill are not the 30 days after prices spike. They are right now, the 30 days before anyone is talking about it. Here's what smart people are doing this week. First, buy shelf-stable groceries now at today's prices. Rice, beans, canned tomatoes, pasta, oats, cooking oil. This is not panic buying. This is buying what you were going to buy anyway now before the price changes. A 30-day buffer, that is all. Second, lock in protein. Ground beef and chicken breasts. Buy what you normally buy this week and freeze it. Meat prices track feed costs, which track fertilizer. The sequence runs about 60 to 90 days behind the fertilizer disruption. You have time, but not much. Third, watch the commodity markets. Corn and soybean futures tell you where grocery prices are going 90 days from now. You can check them free at barchart.com or the CME Group website. When corn futures spike, cooking oil, cereal, and meat follow. It is not a guarantee. It is a 60 to 90 day early warning system that almost nobody uses. Buy the fertilizer-intensive store items now. Ketchup, cereal, cooking oil, eggs. These move first because their input costs are most directly tied to corn and soy. Store brand is fine. You are locking in a price, not a brand. If you have any outdoor space at all, plant something. 4 tomato plants saves you $60 by August. A small raised bed with tomatoes, peppers, and leafy greens gives you produce that is outside the supply chain entirely. The startup cost is under $40. The savings run through October. Sixth, do not wait for CNN to tell you grocery prices are rising. By the time that story airs, you will have already paid the higher price for 3 months. The signal is visible right now in the commodity markets, the fertilizer supply data, and the planting calendar. Acting on early information is not paranoid.
Now that our whole entire industry has been automated with artificial intelligence, along with the war that's taken place worldwide, and how they're basically trying to pull off a 1971 oil situation, one would think that something would get done about this. And we all know this issue could be avoidable, but it's not, because the powers that be no longer want us to eat healthy. So of course, we have to eradicate our whole entire food pyramid and replace it with lab-grown you-know-what, which in turn affects the most vulnerable, the poorest and sickest among us. I'm doing everything in my power to stock up and plan and prepare for what's to come, and so should you.